talking about a series of stories.
Sure.
Right? Especially when you get to the Old Testament. It's a series of stories. And some of these stories aren't in the Bible that were a part of the religious canon of the day. And one of them is the Book of Enoch. So Anna Paulina Luna told me about. She's like, you really have to read that. And I was like, okay. Like, she was so adamant about it. I'm like, okay, let me read it. So I listened to it on tape in the sauna, which is the perfect way to do it. I'm listening to an audiobook. It's 195 degrees.
Okay.
I'm sweating my balls off. I'm dying in there. And I'm listening to this fucking crazy account that is in the same Dead Sea Scrolls as they found the Book of Isaiah.
Totally.
The same collection of these religious texts. And it's all about how the Watchers came down and mated with the daughters of man and chose them as wives and then created this race of beings called the Nephilim, which were giants that ruled the earth. Like, this is in the Bible. They talk about the Nephilim. In the Bible.
In the Bible.
They talk about Enoch. Like, he's referenced in the Bible.
Right.
But the Book of Enoch, the stories that are in the Book of Enoch are fucking bananas. Like, completely bananas. And the only reason why it's not in the Bible, a bunch of rabbis decided that it didn't align with the Torah. The Torah or the Talmud, I forget which one. But they decided, like, this contradicts some of the stories that are in other religious texts, so we're going to keep that one out.
Interesting.
Because it was a collection of these things that's all together.
Who are these rabbis?
Exactly.
Right.
Well, I mean, who are all these people that wrote these things down? You know, I have this bit where I read out of the Book of Ezekiel, and there's like the hilarious parts of the Book of Ezekiel, and then there's also parts that sound like they're talking about a UFO, like these profound experiences, and then other things we're talking about a prostitute. It's very funny.
Right.
But this whole thing is a bunch of people's interpretations of stories written down, passed down generation to generation, written largely intact once it was an original piece. So like they found the Book of Isaiah in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and it's identical to the Book of Isaiah that is 1,000 years newer. So that was older than the Book of Isaiah that they had by 1,000 years, the oldest one they ever found, and it was verbatim.
Right.
So once they got these stories down, they wrote them over and over and over again, and like priests would learn to do that, and monks would learn to do that with their religious texts. They would rewrite things over and over again as part of the practice.
And someone knows, in some subterranean part of the government, they know something or many things that they're not going to tell people because it would be disturbing or disruptive.
This was the story about Jimmy Carter. No, the story about Jimmy Carter was Jimmy Carter, I believe in 1969, he had some sort of a very strange UFO experience that was very real to him. Very bizarre, saw something.
Yeah.
And part of his thing was once he gets into office, he wants to tell people. The story is that he was briefed. They explained to him something about the reality of the UFO experience, like what it really is. And he was crying, that he wept openly. So what could that mean? Like, what would that mean?
Well, he was kind of
guy.
He was, yeah,
kind of a pussy. Is that what
he was a bitch. And this Habitat for Humanity, I never understood. I thought it was.
I think he's a genuinely good person.
Of course he was. He built houses for people. Yeah, he was.
Never enriched himself.
But he was also, if you read books about him, he was kind of an operator too. He was kind of he was into the peanut stuff, right? He was a peanut farmer or something. Yeah. You know, nobody gets to be he was sweetest.
Like one of the sweetest of all the presidents.
He was still the president. But so who is doing this It's just the men in black people from the depths of Raven Rock or Cheyenne military or wherever the hell they are.
What they could be doing is covering up years of lying to Congress and misappropriation of funds for all these black ops programs, and the way they can get out of jail because if they go and tell the government, oh yeah, by the way, we lied to Congress for 50 years. There's no solid, verifiable evidence that Jimmy Carter cried. Of course there's no solid evidence.
Jamie, stop being a narc.
He's a narc.
He's a narc.
Because of the UFO sightings and UFO readings. The Carter cried of a UFO story is based on second or third-hand anecdotes. Those are my favorite. And is not confirmed by Carter himself or primary official sources. I think it's true.
I think it's true, too.
About his 1969 sighting, Carter described seeing a strange light, but did not mention crying or being emotionally shattered by it. No, but I don't think that's what they're saying. They're saying he was emotionally shattered by the disclosure. Cried after UFO briefing.
You've got to live with that knowledge. So he's just got to go around now. And
Richard Dolan, who's by far one of the best guys to read about about UFOs and UAPs. Very balanced guy and like very evidence-based guy. He includes a lot of crazy stories, but he never goes along with them.
Yeah.
But Richard Dolan's really good. He's got
he's good.
a bunch of books. So I don't know if it's true. It's
Is
his
the
podcast.
Is the Jake Barber guy real?
He's the guy that said that he actually had to move a UFO, right, with a helicopter?
Yes.
I haven't talked to him.
I was just watching it, but it's too long. These UFO guys, it's all 3 or 4 out. Like, it's not.
Well, Jesse Michaels does a lot of very in-depth ones with these guys. It
Yeah.
has long, but the good thing about that is if someone's like really full of shit, after a couple of hours, you kind of say, you see tendencies that
Yeah.
maybe they exaggerate or
Right.
they make things up or they leave stuff out or whatever it is. But something's going on. Right? There's something that people keep seeing. There's enough radar information. There's enough video that doesn't make any sense.
We never found out what those drones were. Remember
No.
that? They were all around the bases in New Jersey and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was crazy. People were scared to fly.
People say it's a domestic. It was domestic. It was us. That's what I've heard. But then, who
Could
knows?
be China. Could be China flexing and pulling their dick out. Saying,
Right.
Check out what we have, motherfuckers. Who knows?
Who knows?
But there was a lot of things that those things were doing that we don't know that they can do. One of the things, like, they were flying for hours at a time. And so what's the fuel source? Because it's not batteries. Downed U.S. pilot reported seeing Iranian drones swarm in jellyfish formation. Whoa. Well, they're probably getting drones from, who knows, China.
China, Russia.
Yeah, of course. So they're
of
getting-
course.
So the highest end of high-end government drones that we don't know about, who knows what those fucking things can do? Multiple drones interconnected and moving as one with smaller drones below the bigger drones like legs. One of the sources familiar with the pilot's witness account told CNN, real alien shit. Another source told CNN the pilot described witnessing a minefield of drones in the air. Holy shit. When did this happen?
13 hours ago, this was posted.
So
Wow.
13 hours ago, this F-15
No,
got
this is
downed?
When he's talking and they're reporting it, so I don't. The actual event.
Bro, how nuts is that? They got taken out
April.
by alien drones
April.
in April. Whoa. So he ejected from the aircraft. The Iranian drones hovering in the air, moving as one, in a formation that resembled a jellyfish. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I mean, so there is a chance that it's DARPA and it's all of these countries that are, you have these black projects, they have these secret defense projects, and they're saying it's extraterrestrial.
I think if I was running an undercover operation for as many years as these people probably have been doing, and with Eric Weinstein he thinks it's like a separate branch of physics. He thinks there's a bunch of physicists.
So where do
they've
they
hired.
get? So
This
but
is the story
yeah.
of we went and did the crazy invasion to get these guys back.
Oh, this is
the
those
two
guys?
down pilots. Yeah.
Oh, this is how they got taken out.
This is,
Oh, wow.
this opens up a lot more questions.
Wow. Wow.
Right?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
They used the heartbeat thing. That was the whole right.
That's what they said.
What
yeah.
was it?
So the heartbeat thing was the thing that they said that they were able to locate this guy's heartbeat, his very unique heartbeat in the mountains where he was hiding.
Wow.
And everybody was like, well, that's bullshit. And we're
Right.
like, I don't know. I don't
Who
know.
knows,
And,
'cause-
and it's based on some sort of quantum something or another. What is it called again?
And then the fucking White House said, did you see that today?
What'd they say?
Yesterday?
What?
That they posted something on their that they're going to announce something about quantum computing.
Oh, Christ.
Do you think that?
God's about
And
to get
they were
born.
making a joke about Q with it. That's sort of why I asked if you guys had seen that.
What's the joke about Q?
I'll find the post. Hold on.
Okay. I think they have drones that move like UFOs. I think for sure. I don't,
Where are they getting this technology?
I don't know.
Do you think it's possible extraterrestrials are giving us technology?
It is possible. So the recent White House will be Q posting today. What?
They're just trolling and having
Quantum
fun.
And then you
Yeah.
scroll all the way down and it says, and by Q we mean quantum.
Stay tuned.
See, here's the thing about
look how much they're
the
trolling.
QAnon
There's a lot of
people are
space
they're the
between-
most committed people I've ever encountered.
Yeah, they're fun.